Good morning. Good morning. Welcome once again to Mastermind Wisdom. Mastermind Wisdom. Mastermind Wisdom is where knowledge isn't just shared, it's activated. Each episode delivers insight that challenges how you think, pushes how you grow, and sharpens how you move through life. So if you're ready to get started today with Mastermind Wisdom, we got great news for you. We got a great guest, our own Mr. Rickey Donato. Rickey,
Hey,
welcome. Let's
hey.
give him a hand, everybody. Yes, sir.
Give myself
We have
a
our
hand.
guest. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, Rickey Donato comes with us as a good friend, a longtime associate with me, an artist, creative, human being, great human being, and we go back a long ways. And Rickey, I want to again welcome you to our Mastermind Wisdom. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, and just give our audience a little bit of information about yourself, who you are, and where you're from originally.
Well, I'm going to start with saying I can go now. You done said it all.
Well, I introduced you, but you got the story. Go right ahead.
Well, he said a lot, and I've done a lot. And we were just discussing some of the things we went through when we were younger. Now, this is when I was in my 20s doing what not most people 20 years old do.
Okay.
So I started,
Well, wait a minute. Let me stop you for a moment. Let me ask, were you originally from Houston?
I'm originally from Houston.
Where were you born?
I was born in Riverside Hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know Riverside just celebrated 100th anniversary last weekend? From there, yeah, I saw the information on it, which is a Black historic hospital in the city of
That's
Houston. So you were born at you started out in history.
Hey,
see,
I
see what I'm
made a
talking
brand
about?
just
right,
that
right,
quick.
just where you was born. So at the Negro Hospital. So that's right. Now, what school did you attend? The elementaries.
Elementary school, it was Mother Mercy. You know, most of your Louisiana people had to attend the Catholic schools. So
Okay.
our Mother Mercy was the direction for most people in that neighborhood. In fact, when I say neighborhood, I actually lived in the Fifth Ward area. Mm-hmm. And that particular area is called Frenchtown.
Okay.
And
historic.
Yeah, they put
Frenchtown.
a historical marker in that neighborhood.
Wow.
So it's very impressive. I used to work most of my time at a washateer, see, so I started real young.
Okay. Okay.
13 years old, managing a washateer. And that's kind of unreal for most people.
People at that time. So
Right.
you was an entrepreneur from the beginning, more than likely. Now, being from Mother Mercy and the Catholic school, how much did that influence your life, or was there anybody in that particular school that impacted the way who you are today?
Well,
that stands out.
I've observed a lot of people. I learned a lot from a lot of people. We had nuns there, and they had rules and regulations. They had boundaries. We had a lot of students, great students. They all improved or made something out of themselves during the process in the future period of time.
Right.
And I was motivated around a lot of people I met. I was motivated around the teachers I saw. The priest was there. Everything had a lot of fun. Everything was in order. Mm-hmm. You didn't have a lot of fights. There wasn't no chaos involved. And I think that has a lot to do with people parenting children. I mean, they wasn't part of my family, but that was a family.
They became a family. So that initial education or exposure in your life transferred you, but y'all actually develop a community, a family,
Exactly.
and community. So that was Mother Mercy.
That was Mother Mercy.
And then at what grade did you end up? How far did that go to?
Well, when I started, it went as far as 12th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
So y'all had y'all knew people from grade school.
Right.
Excellent.
In fact, the guy I run with now is one of the guys that was in the 12th grade at that time when I was maybe in the first grade.
Okay.
So it's strange how you get to meet what you saw when you were younger and you're working with that person now
And
as
that's
one of your friends.
we call that an influence in your life, a person that you was able to grow up with, and even to this day. So y'all still have that same relationship.
Exactly.
Excellent. So based on that, was there any one particular teacher or one particular? Because one of the things I admire, and if you look at our video and our podcast today, you see Rickey Donardo is also an artist. His work is in the background. The work that you gave us, who is that particular?
That's a brother-in-law,
Okay.
one of my sister's husbands.
Okay.
And he had a tendency to smoke. He was a chain smoker.
Okay.
And what I decided to do was do his portrait. And when I did the portrait, I thought about putting something with it.
Is that where we see the cigarette?
Yeah. I wanted to experiment on a cigarette butt, but I
Right.
set the cigarette butt like a time clock.
Okay.
If you notice, the fuse gets shorter as it go around
Right.
his halo.
Right.
And on the wall, the wallpaper has a cannons lined up.
We're looking at it now.
The cannons represent him. The cigarette is the fuse.
So you giving him
Oh.
a message is in
Yeah,
the message
yeah,
is
so-
in the madness. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So great. So go ahead.
Okay, the good thing about it, the guy actually started smoking after that.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm very
He
serious.
saw that picture.
He saw that picture and
and-
realized, and I explained it to him just like I'm explaining it to you now.
Right.
And he said, "Oh man, maybe I need to stop."
That's great, man.
Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome that you had that influence
That
on
was
somebody.
a healing painting.
Painting on it. Well, art it does heal, and art itself is one of the therapy of life. And the fact that you have that story behind this beautiful painting of your brother-in-law. Now, is he still around?
He's still around.
Okay. So he don't smoke anymore.
Not at all.
Great. So, Rick, let's talk about this. Being in Mother Mercy, a lot of influence. This is your childhood. We're in episode 1. We're going to have 3 episodes of talking about your life and who you are and whose you are.
I don't know who I am half the
Well,
time.
well, that's fine, but you're discovering. Nobody
Right.
knows this
exactly,
is discovery.
Exactly.
How were you influenced by art? What got you into art?
Well, my father was an artist. And
Really?
Yes, he was real good. But the thing was, he was doing a painting of Jesus Christ. And what he did, it was excellent. It was good work. And I was in there with him, watching him paint. But when he finished it he was almost through with the painting. I said, "Dad, can I ask you a question?" And I had to deal with him softly because he was the kind of
we all have that
yeah.
kind of father. Thank
that
you.
would get upset about anything you say.
Well, mine was disciplinary, but yeah, go ahead.
So, but what I did, I noticed the painting, and I said, "Dad, there's something wrong with that painting." He said, "What's wrong with it? What you talking about?" I said, "You have Jesus' eyes too close to his nose. You need to bring it apart, bring it off centered a lot." He said, "Son, you can go to your room now. You can go to the house."
Oh my
now."
God, you critiqued him, and he didn't like that too
no,
much.
He didn't dig that at well.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, that's an impression. Okay.
But so he did a lot of. When I was in school, he did most of my paintings.
He did them
And
for you, or
yeah,
or
he
you
did it for me.
Oh,
And
that's
I felt
interesting.
kind of bad because that's not my work. But I
Right.
told the teacher, "This is not my work. He did this, he did a real missionary out of wood. And all this.
Right.
There's no way I could put all this stuff together.
Well, that just show you how much your father loved you.
Right.
don't you?
But that pushed me to the point of saying I have to do
it yourself.
what he do, and yet I have to do it better. Because I cannot go on a lie. I have to be truthful with myself
yourself.
and everybody else. So I started teaching myself. I used to read a lot of comic books in a washateer. So the pictures in the comic book forced me to do a lot of drawings
Okay.
and portraits
Okay.
and action figures. So it became easier for me. So some of my little knowledge was coming in with the words and some of those comic books. And
Right.
most of them was Marvel comic books.
Were you reading them or just
Oh,
looking
just
through them?
reading,
You
no,
were getting the
reading them,
storylines
right,
and everything. So
right.
you was a comic book person.
I was collecting them, reading them.
Wow.
I was heavy into it. And buying it like crazy. I had like 3 or 4 boxes. In fact, most of those books are worth $1,000, but my mother threw them all away.
Ooh, that hurts.
Threw it all
Oh my
away, so-
God. The money. Somebody is cashing in on that money.
Well, she cleaned house on it. That's all I can say.
Let me take it back one step further because you just talked about your father being an artist, you an artist. I consider your sons an artist. It's something that is embedded in the Donato family. Did you ever ask your father how he got into art or what got him interested in doing what he did that has
Well,
influenced your life?
I didn't think he could answer those questions, so I kind of did my research, or did a little research myself.
On your own?
Be right.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I found out Donatello, the artist Donatello.
Yes.
Yeah. His name is so long that they had to shorten it up and call him Donatello.
Right.
But one of his name was actually Donato, spelled exactly like my last name.
How
So-
interesting.
In the back of my mind, I always felt like, well, that must be kinfolk. It must be cuz.
So it's all right. So it's
Right,
already
right.
in your
Exactly.
in the
exactly.
blood,
So
the
why-
DNA.
right. It was spelled exactly like my last name.
Wow.
And I'm saying, why is that? And then Donatello kind of hit me because it sounded like Donato.
Yes, it does. It
And
has
I
a
said,
ring.
so I kind of put those two together. In fact, I saw it in a book when they was talking about him. And I said, why they never show this before? Because it just say Donatello.
Exactly.
It never give him his full name.
Right, right.
And then he's from France. All of
Okay.
this stuff was
Was
just
working in
Oh,
you.
I said, man, this is the game here.
Okay. Well, you have some descendants in
Well,
some
now
history.
I have to match his skills as well as my father's.
Wow.
So
that's
all of
awesome.
this was coming to my mind. I
Gotcha.
said, well, man, I have to go through some changes with this. I just can't play with this now
Yeah,
because
yeah,
this
yeah.
is something serious.
Right.
And so I,
It's your legacy.
oh,
It's your legacy.
I was taking everything serious now. I couldn't
Wow.
even smile and play. I used to smile all the time when I was younger.
Right.
And I was wondering why I'm smiling all the time. They're talking about serious stuff, and I couldn't leave.
Right.
I shouldn't be leaving a smile. So
Okay.
I kind of reversed it a little. So I became more serious and look and just read people,
Okay.
see people. But the thing about art, let me just throw some. I realize it's all about beauty. It's all about love. It's all about falling in love with things that you don't see all the time.
Okay.
It's about looking at things. You want to capture it without the camera and put it on canvas so it can remind you or give you memories of some of the nice things in life
Yeah.
instead of the worst thing. But I also like to paint the worst things. I want you to see both sides.
Both sides.
The good side,
wanna
yin and the yang,
Okay.
not just-
Okay. Exposure to the whole.
Yeah,
the whole
I want you to think. In fact, every painting I do, I try to give you a story. Like television, mine is art vision.
Okay. That's
Visualize my art.
Visualize your art. And all this came from, as I hear you say, from the influence of your father. Seeing him being able to draw, you took it upon yourself to do your research and found out a connection through a great artist, the Donatello. And now, based on what I hear you say, that this is your influence and the storytelling is in your work. You basically are telling stories, the good, the bad, and the ugly of life
Exactly.
in your work. That's awesome. Well, we have more work, and that's from what I'm gathering from the beginning of your influence up until now. Did you finish all 12 years at the school, the Mercy? Or
No,
how did you?
well, as the years went by, the school grades went down. So the furthest you can go was 8th grade,
Okay.
and that's where I stopped. Now, during that process, I lost my father.
Oh,
So
okay.
after I lost my father, I had to play the father role now.
I got you.
Now I really have to get serious with everything.
Right. And that's where the work at the wash interior and things of that nature. And that's the beginning and what we call the foundation, ladies and gentlemen. So Mastermind Wisdom, when we're talking about great artists and great people, we all have a foundation and a beginning. And you thank you for sharing that with us, because those are the things that we know that your background and as you said, you had to get serious about life because of the father's transition. And we want to come back on our episode 2 and talk a little bit about that transition, because that's what I see as your childhood, which is the innocence of life, to now to your what we call the transition of life, and to your seriousness and taking things a little bit more and getting a lot heavier in life because of the responsibility. So great, thank you for sharing that with us. And we're going to talk a little bit more about his art, about his transition, and what is happening from the high school level to getting him into the background of his work and everything else. So we want to, again, thank you for coming in. Episode 1, Mastermind Wisdom for Winners with Rickey Donardo. Thanks, Rickey, for sharing. Great information. Exciting news. Stay tuned to episode 2, Mastermind Wisdom for Winners.